All right, we're going to attempt a Cruciball 10 run with a Roundrel. And the bosses have increased health here, so the Act 4 boss should have more health. So yeah, let's see what we got. Gain 1 Belusion for every negative status effect you apply to an enemy. Getting a lot of Belusion, I think, is really important here, so we're going to take the debuff Distractor. Let's hit the crit. Yeah, I think anytime I've had a good fight against the final boss with Roundrel, it seems like we've had a lot of Belusion and a lot of debuffs on him. So. Nice, we have a little bit of transparency there. Okay, there we go. As I say, we're gonna get to 57. But... Let's see. I know I've been able to play kind of like really like, I would say fast and loose whenever playing lower Crucible levels, because like you can just go like, how are we gonna beat Act 4 boss? Act 10's not a gimme, so you kind of have to figure it out along the way too. Maybe I'll take Refresh Circle. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that. I would prefer getting something that does a little more damage early, but we'll see. I always have to stop and read the events now because like they just look different. Before I would probably just see waterfall and you're like, yep, check behind the waterfall. But I see the new pictures and I'm like, ooh. All right. Got is it popping corn? It's nice for some healing. I guess I was probably going to try to come like this way before. I guess we're probably looking at these two fights and then maybe the shop. I guess if we get to this fight, we can choose depending on how much gold we have if we want to go to the event or not. So navigating here doesn't really matter. Remove random orb. I mean, it's a 2/3 chance it grabs a, you know, pebble. Excellent. And it said they gave us gold, which is fantastic. I thought for sure it was taking us to the question mark. I was gonna say if the crows end up taking the Refresh Circle, I wouldn't have been the end of the world, but you know, we just bought it, but still trying to collect some gold. That should end it. Still trying to get to this fight. This bomb's gonna give me some issues navigating that way though. Cool, all right. We do currently have enough for a relic at the shop. Surprised we got that bomb twice. Must have just really nicked it. I think there was still a peg here, but all right, we did the same thing there too. right, let's just make sure we get the kill here. Oh, still got some gold. Okay. Darkness Cruciball, especially with the overflow, is interesting here. We'd still have enough for a relic. Although right now we have enough for the relic and the shop relic. Kind of want this overflow though. All right, so out of these ones, none of them are that exciting. Could just do a removal. I mean, if we take Sprouting investment, then we have no money to start growing. Basic Blade, we're mostly looking for crit damage with this character. I guess Cauldron Bubble. I know a lot of people like Cauldron Bubble. I'm not a huge fan of it. We could afford it though. And it does apply Spinfection, which would give us evasion. All right, let's take Cauldron Bubble and let's do a removal. Most likely it won't be doing anything at this shop, but we are going to head to the left. Applies 11 darkness and has overflow. So I guess between overflow and the darkness Cruciball and the Cauldron Bubble, we have a little bit of piercing, a little bit of AoE. Should really try to dig down to this bomb now. Just surrounded by refreshes. I've literally been trying to hit this bomb for quite a while now, and I might not hit it. There we go. I know we've been having some trouble with just getting some scaling going. I could take the ballad, but no, I guess I should. Okay, decoy orb. I think we skip by refresh circle. We're gonna hit, I said we're gonna hit both those refreshes, unfortunately. Okay, that was really nice. It hit the refresh, so it repositioned it for us. This should hit it too, though. It was, I say if it was a little higher up, we would have missed it, but. Do like adding the blind to him. Cauldron Bubble. Guess most likely we're probably not critting here, but take some damage. We're gonna put a little more blind on him. I mean, they're both 1/3s. This one will add a little bit of Spinfection. We'll go with this. Oh, perfect. All right, not too bad. We're still at 82 health. Let's start upgrading a couple guys. Bombs apply spin infection 1. I think I'd rather have Exploitable. Again, can't, as I say, I think I was saying in a previous run that, you know, there's just certain enemies that can't be blinded. Walls and bats and moles. It's surprising the number of enemies that are just immune to certain status effects, but... And there's really no way to know unless you just play enough. I say we lit a lot of bombs, we just couldn't, you know, ignite them fully. Just need one. Let's upgrade. Maybe Cauldron Bubble. Might not be the most important for this boss, but I'm sure we'll be happy to have it upgraded in Act 2. Steady Scope, I like that one. Especially since we putting Belusion on us with what's it called? Debuff Distractor. And Evasive Maneuver Orb. I guess we should maybe upgrade Evasive Maneuver Orb now too. Guaranteed crits are always nice. Let's see if we can make it down to that bomb. Alright, so this is pretty much over, so... Still don't need to heal. Let's upgrade Evasive Maneuver Orb. Oh, I thought we still had another fight. I was going to try to upgrade the Ballad before we got there. I don't think we want to fire that. Alright, so we can apply blind now, but I know that doesn't work when we, like the second half of this fight when we're in his stomach. So, say if you're gonna miss us now because of that blind, or if you're gonna miss us because of blind, do it sooner than later, please. Nope, he hit us every single time. He didn't miss us once. I don't think he did, at least. There we go. You complain about enough, I'll do it. Oh, I thought for sure we would have got a refresh with that. All right, pretty good fight. All right, let's max out Cauldron Bubble for Act 2. Do you like Sealed Conviction for the balance? We still have 2 pebbles that we won't be able to skip by, but they'll at least do more damage. Focus Blast got an upgrade. It's not something I take very often. -2 self damage for bombs and 4 times enemy damage, but I think we're gonna take Sealed Conviction. Tomb Raid. Next axe will contain no treasure nodes. I think we want Orbert's Nightmare just because that has a chance to really, you know, give us an extra pack some extra punch with some extra relics, but and we're going to want to try to get rid of our pebbles as soon as we can, since we can't skip by them anymore. All right, we have a pretty high chance of auto critting here, so there we go. See if we can get some of these bombs. So yeah, 1 bomb just really speeds this up here. Could take Echo Orb. Echo Orb's a lot nicer when you have a skip, though. Double Trouble, massive crit damage. When this orb leaves the pegboard, gain 5 Illusion. And if this is anything like the Baladin's Cirque, you get it for each multi-ball, so it's really like 10 Illusion. Or 18 Illusion on level up, which isn't bad. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna give it a try. Probably should have maybe upgraded a little bit. A lot of early shops. We'll go to the right, although I think if we wanted to see... Wow, look at all those shops. I would say maybe we want to go left to get some of the... I think the Orbert's Nightmare stuff's in the question marks usually, isn't it? Or is it in the normal chest events, which we would have to go in this way? Let's go right, or let's try to greed some gold and just be happy with whichever way we go. That's, except for that way. We don't want to go that way into the fire. So the crit, okay, the crit's really nice to help us with the steady scope auto crits. Let's try to greed a little gold here. A gold. Blah. So this was a chest node. I couldn't remember if it was chest nodes or if the question mark nodes or what, but... Alright, so we got some blind on you. Start missing us now, please. Hey, dodge. Let's upgrade evasive maneuver orb. Every 2 health plus add gold to the board. Balancers contribute to damage. Let's do puppet. Gives us a moment to maybe start building up a little evasion, you know. Yeah, I hate when the crit was like hidden back here. I keep aiming towards the crits, but sometimes I guess you don't know for sure if you're under 50 evasion if you're going to get the auto crit or not. So we're coming up on the shop, so let's save some gold. Sasha focus. Who are we fighting? The wall, so we can't trigger it with the wall. I'm a little hesitant to take it because I don't think I have a good way to trigger it and feel good about it. We'll take oboe. Additional crit. Honestly thought that was supposed to be a mimic, but okay, we can't skip. At least we get the little finesse bump before we fire off Cauldron Bubble. It's eaten up by the shield there. I do have overflow. That refresh moving along the bottom's a little rough. Okay, got the bomb. That shield had 1 health on it. Shields are such a pain in the butt. Alright, we're gonna just wait for this crit to come around. We should be fine without it, but we're going to shop. Okay, save our money. I don't know if that, let's see, 269, 79, 89. So we wouldn't have had enough for a second relic here. I guess we could have possibly bought the shop relic, but 1 illusion for every gold collected, or when an enemy hits you with an attack. I think pocket sand's not bad. Double would be nice for the final boss. This doesn't kind of help us with the current boss, but I think I want that. Let's try to go left. The chest always kind of lures you that way, but... Bleh. Okay, got the extra Balusion. And 68% chance to auto crit. All right, worth it. Wanted that refresh. It's funny because you can tell when it's a Balusion dodge and not a darkness dodge. Thank God. Thank God he missed me. Since he only had a little bit of health left. Don't necessarily want to get two back-to-back shops. If there was one shop, I would have considered going that one of those ways, but... Although we didn't get a pebble removal, we could still go that way. We should probably go left, though. See, additional crits or twice as many bombs. We don't have small orbs yet, so maybe just lucky penny. Oh no, a mimic. Okay, so it's another chest node. I like. I get the early blind going. Oh, that was, never mind, that wasn't blind. We do have blind on him from him hitting us, but. Still auto-critting here. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get rid of these pebbles. But... Popping Corn's been doing a pretty good job of keeping our health up some. We don't have to worry much about health going into this boss, so... Alright, Wall Chicken, Effective Criticism, or Alchemist Cookbook. I think we take Effective Criticism. I think we crit enough where that's gonna come in handy. Oh, I don't like this. We don't like these guys. Too bad we put the poison on everybody and before the mage came out. Wow, the overflow. Wow. I didn't think I did that much damage. I feel like something wrong happened there. But okay, let's at least try to hit one of these bombs. All right, that was a pretty good fight. This fight can get really annoying sometimes. Max that out. Once again, they give us our AoE shot before everybody's out, but... You know what, if we can clear out most of these nerds, that's a great start. Good, got rid of his shield. I hate when this refresh just kind of gets stuck along the bottom here. But... Right, let's try to take out the mage. Fortunately, didn't get there. Bomb will do it, though. Alright, we're auto-critting here, so let's shoot this way. Don't want to upgrade the pebbles. Grinding Monstera or crits refresh the board. Oh, it's still early enough where we could get some value out of this. I think I think that'll come in really handy on the boss though. Gives us a lot of extra pegs to hit. Sometimes you get screwed with that refresh just being in that terrible spot. That shouldn't happen here. We do have too many orbs, though. We gotta tighten up our sack here. That's what you say when you have too many orbs, right? Tighten up the sack. Oh yeah, I gotta remember crits refresh the board. I just got that, and I've already forgotten. Already forgotten. Okay, full health, heading into the boss. Not upgrading pebbles. So we'll shoot over towards some of these crits, try to get use of some of the Exploitable. Looks like that's not gonna happen, but I guess we were gonna be hitting into these knights anyways, but it's nice we got Ballad kind of early too, gets us a little bit of extra must circle. Or I'm sorry, Spinus. Alright, got 15 exploitable already too, so 18 exploitable. I think we have debuff distractor mainly to thank, or effective criticism. Every crit we're hitting, we have a chance to Put something like that on him. And this actually will finish him off. Alright, I got Matryoshka. Consuming Chalice. It gets rid of our only refresh though, but all of our crits are refreshes. Constricting Chains. I think we take Matryoshka Shell. Enemies gain 5% of their max. I don't see. I'm probably looking at relic rotation. I think I did bulwark for all work once, and sometimes I'd be like, oh crap, they got a lot of HP or a lot of bulwark. Although I guess we do dodge a lot and we're blinding things, so maybe the must circle of life isn't terrible. I think we just do relic rotation. Okay, we got Super Sapper. I didn't get to catch where the shops were. Should probably redo our targeting here so we get the crit debuffs on him. I probably should pay attention because like I did lose my Sealed Conviction, so I actually had discards here, which I've kind of ignored, but it's a little late for that. Let's see, adds 1 Spiness for every 3 crits hit. It's already a small one, so if we have Matryoshka, it could be like super small probably. It is a way to add more Spiness. Right, let's grab it. Oh, the shops are... Those are only 2 shops, so we can only hit 1. We'll save our money, but we are going to upgrade that Nimball up a little further. Alright, well done stakes, fine. Alright, so what are we missing? Matryoshka and Pocket Sand. Actually hoping to get the slide down this way, but... see if we can get it as I get it stuck. Get some of these bombs in here. I say we probably should be aiming at this guy, but we are now. Alright, we're gonna get out of here nearly full health. I think I'm just gonna save up my money for the shop. Okay, extra refresh on the board. Doesn't matter which shop we go to, not really. Although if we go to this one, we're automatically going to the elite. Or no, we're not. We still have options. Ooh, Dodgy Dagger. This, I feel like, is something we really need. What do you do again? Counterattack. Whenever you evade an attack, the attacker takes damage equal to the amount of positive status effects you've applied to yourself and the negative status effects you have applied to enemies. So, I mean, we apply a ton of evasion. I mean, I think we have to take that too. Whenever you lose X health, gain 2X illusion. Okay, and refresher course, since there's a lot of good stuff in the shop. I think we can't take counterattack. I think we remove. This would have been nice. Affected by spin S 2 times. I don't really want to take too many extra orbs at this point. We could take distraction reaction, and when we get to Act 3, use the 3 removals. Or I said Act 4, I think I said in Act 3. Maybe we do that, because I think we really want this. And we could still come across some events that give us some removals, but... more crits on the board. I think we have enough. We have enough crits on the board. If we didn't have sealed conviction, had like discards and stuff, maybe. But all right, let's try to get to this elite, and we've failed miserably. Oh, almost had it. Enhanced gunpowder. I like that. Is there a way that we want to go here? It doesn't really matter a ton. I mean, we've got a couple elites at the end. No shops. The question marks could be events that are removals. Let's see if we can get, as I say, we had the explosive gunpowder. Maybe we could get something here, but I mean, want to get rid of those, but almost. Jeez. The multi-balls always shoot off kind of funky. So just dig down and give me the bombs. We don't have popping corn active, so we don't have any healing, but Snowball's actually, I'm taking too many orbs, but Snowball is self-scaling in the final boss. Although with how many orbs we have, it's not going to see the light of day very often. Even if we get rid of, like, say 1, 2, 3, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 most likely if we take it. All right, so I think we pass on it. Oh, we're missing our base. You know, do debuffs to enemies on our shots. Relic. And the Matryoshka shell, but okay, not upgrading the pebbles. Wall bounce contribute to damage. Probably sand arrows. We can get it. Wall bounce is second. I feel like I should try to light off a red bomb or two just to kind of clear up some of these guys, but there. Or 4. Guess that was bound to happen. I don't really need more red bombs. Try to do it the old-fashioned way with damage. With orb damage. Okay, I wasn't sure with the exploitable if we were going to get there. Alright, we still have one more fight. I could heal up to make sure we're going into the last fight healthy. Yeah, it's okay. I have a feeling Clear the Way is going to come in handy on a couple of the Act 4 fights, so let's take that. Okay, you can hit the red bomb now. There you go. Nice to have the weather vane gone before we get to our targeting stuff. Alright, we're hitting hard enough. We do have Dodgy Dagger for scaling, so we don't need any of these. We could heal. I'm gonna heal just because if I die by like 2 health, I'm gonna be really mad. And I know these don't count as pegs towards popping corn. So. Or do they? Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't think the squares did. It would be nice to get some blind on him. I mean, we already have some blind, but with this shot. It does have overflow, so. Yeah, it's a pretty good start. Oh, the Dodgy Dagger was a nasty one to miss in this fight. And I believe this is probably one of the first times I'm seeing this guy with his increased health. These guys, I think they move a little faster too, so I do have to keep an eye on him. It's kind of doing the classic, like, can't get past his minions, but... We're eating into him though. Dead. He's dead to poison in a handful of turns, so there we go. All right, first time going on to Act 4 with the higher HP on the bosses. Not upgrading pebbles. Projectile attacks, pierce 2. I mean, that would be nice for the first couple guys. I don't even want to think about gravity being reversed in this boss fight. The bomb damage probably is very minor, so maybe the safety pegulations is just good to get through the first couple fights. Spirit Days Fate, we'll go through the squirrels probably pretty quick. Although there's only a couple of fights, like these could possibly last into the boss fight. I think we're gonna take safety pegulations, get us through the first couple parts of this act. All right, and these guys have more health too. I forgot about that. I think they used to be 6,000. They're 10,000 now. So the more crits we hit, the more debuffs we apply. Oh, this guy's pinned in place for a few turns. We should probably change our attack to the next guy in line. We need to hit a crit. So I feel like Cauldron Bubble's gonna kind of really fall off here. You know, it's AoE, it's got a little bit of Spinfection. So that's probably one that's gonna get removed, along with the 2 pebbles. I guess unfortunately we're relying on Dodgy Dagger to do some scaling for us. But these guys take a while to get to you. Honestly, I don't even know what they do if they hit you, because I don't think I've ever let them get to me. Guess we're about to find out. Oh, I guess we're dodging for sure though, so we won't find out. Unless they have some kind of special ability, which they might. Ooh, double. It's so good against the final boss. Alright, we'll upgrade it after the elite fight. The double, I think we can, you know, give us more blind, more intangible, more exploitable. Alright, so I think we do 3 orbs to remove. Pebble. And my next thought's the Cauldron Bubble. We want this for the Belusion, we want this for the Darkness. This also gives Belusion. A little bit of scaling, not a ton. And I guess Dodgy Dagger will probably be doing most of the scaling in the final boss fight. Refreshes, scaling, and debuff. So yeah, it's probably just Cauldron Bubble. That scoundrel. Got a lot of health though. Maybe I should have upgraded this once. It's just double Spinfection right now. I think on level 2 would have doubled the blind too. It's kind of nice we get a little bit of extra gold before heading into the final shop too, because we are at that point where I believe the relics are 100. Wouldn't mind a little bit more just in case they scale with like when you buy them. Okay. Save our money. Duplication potion. Obtain 60-cent Belusion. When Belusion triggers, an unused Belusion is retained between battles. Can we carry this over? That'll be interesting to know. Let's see, duplication potion. We don't have refreshing punch, right? No. I say yeah, it's a little late. But we'll take the beleaguered boots. Nothing else, we retain a little more Belusion. Oh no, I think we did carry it over, but I lost some. Oh, we could have taken Reorganizer too. Okay, we don't have discards. I don't think I need +1. This is a terrible shop. We're not gaining max HP at this point. Do I want to get rid of something? I mean, we could get rid of Ballad or Refresh Circle. Honestly, it's probably one of my better choices. We don't have anything that is scaling with refreshes, right? No. So let's get rid of the refresh circle just so we hit some of these other guys a little more often. Or actually, like I said, a lot of our scaling's probably going to come through Dodgy Dagger and scaling. Yeah, through Dodgy Dagger and Spiness. So maybe we don't need Ballad, and maybe we want this. All right, I'm gonna get rid of Refresh Circle. Or am I? It's definitely one of these two. Actually, I'd almost feel better if I could get rid of both. And then maybe we just take, well, I guess maybe we just keep our money. As I say, we could take like Walls and Bottom Bouncer or Extra Bouncy. But maybe I just keep my money and make sure I can double upgrade, double. These guys have a ton of health now, too. At least firing into the fire and missing, like dodging, is giving us some extra spiness, so. Oh, I'm aiming at the wrong guy now. Well, maybe okay. So we should aim at this guy in front. Although it would be nice to get rid of him for the fires down here, which are sapping our max HP. Although I'm curious, I don't know if I get that back. We'll see at the end of this fight. Good, alright, so that takes care of the intangible. Still dodging. This will pierce everybody. Put some blind on everybody. I don't know if this build can do 1,000,000 damage though. In a limited amount of time. Guess we'll see. We'll get to carry over some of this illusion too. Upgrade and upgrade. So yeah, Spinfection, Darkness, and Exploitable. So that's good too, but every negative stats effect, that's fantastic. Previously throw bombs will now refresh. I don't necessarily think we want that because sometimes the bombs get in the way. Although we do have... In my head, I'm trying to remember where there's all bombs. I know there's usually a clump near the upper portion of the board. I mean, Ring of Pain, you're talking about my 100 health versus, you know, the 1,000,000 we're going up against in a minute. Yeah, I think there's just like that clump near the top in the second phase. And I don't remember if there's any more that would come in handy. I guess we'll take Ring of Pain, but... Okay, we do not get that HP back, so... Try to hit as many of these little purpley orbs as we can. Start getting the intangible up. Let this crit come around. Alright, so double's gonna double up, hopefully, the intangible too. Not that we're doing that much damage yet, but... No, it didn't get the intangible. I thought it did. Maybe they changed that. Okay, we're already at 81 darkness here, though. Okay, so there are a couple more bombs on the board that... maybe would have come in handy, but... Yeah, no darkness. Or no intangible. Yeah, 9,999. Or 999,999. I wonder why they just didn't go a cool 1,000,000. I would say crits are really important, especially with all this exploitable. Let's try to just get these bombs out of the way. It's like a never-ending battle of just trying to knock these down. The intangible one's really in the tough spot because you can't easily shoot just through the eye to get it. I think Concentrication might be able to do it, but... There we go. A couple turns where we can do some more damage. We're at 848,000. Yeah, the darkness is going down, so we do have to keep up on that. I'm really having luck hitting these guys. Okay, didn't auto crit, unfortunately. Double. Get to double up all those negative status effects. We have 144 Exploitable. We're really, I think, having trouble with, you know, we're hitting 16,000 a lot, so the intangible's kind of pulling us down. I think we just need like one good shot without intangible to really eat into him. We just can't get there. Get there. Let's get these black holes. If you want to get the tangible, I'd be okay with that too, but... Okay, there goes the intangible. That's nice. Now let's see if we can chunk in here in a couple shots. Let's make sure we get a crit. Okay, we are auto-critting, so I wasn't sure. There was a shot or two where we didn't, but... There we go. Yeah, we had 591 Exploitable. It's getting a little dicey at the end though. Our HP was going down. We didn't gain any extra HP during that, you know, whole run there. We had a couple of times to do it, but I think we made the right choices with some of the other items that we picked up. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I feel like we may have been offered Ball Chicken, and I feel like we may have been offered Drowning Monstera. But yeah, that was my first Cruciball 10 Roundrel victory against the core. So hope you enjoyed that run. We're gonna do, I think, one more Spin Venter run, and then we're gonna continue our climb up the Cruciball ladder. And I think, as I may have mentioned before, I'll probably do those runs with the intention of just beating the Crucibles, and then we'll move on to Act 4 if we win. But you know, I think whenever we're going through the normal Crucibles, we're just gonna worry mainly about beating the Cruciball first and less about Act 4. But hopefully we'll beat it Act 20 with all characters, and then maybe we'll even do like another run through where we'll do Act 20, Cruciball 20 with an Act 4 win with it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to come over and catch me on Twitch. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.